Will you welcome, please, the Olympic welterweight champion, Michael Carruth.
Yes, Sean Crowley, the MC, introduces our Olympic champion. Well, it's never happened before, and this is real icing on the cake. The Olympic champion returning to the National Stadium. This is where he learned his boxing, and this is where his real followers are. A standing ovation here in the National Stadium, a crowded stadium. He comes back to box for his own boxing club in Dribna. Michael Carruth, Ireland's only amateur boxer to win a gold medal in the Olympics. Whether this is his last contest or not remains to be seen. But certainly this is a highlight for the stadium and a highlight in his boxing career.
I must say, Noel, he looks in super condition. I've been watching him sparring over the past few weeks, and as each week went by, he seemed to get sharper, he seemed to get trimmer, more bouncy, really anxious to do the business here tonight. And I think a huge amount of credit and admiration must go to him for taking this, what is, to my mind, a very, very difficult opponent, a very, very difficult contest. He could have taken the easy way out and boxed somebody from Scotland or from Wales or some handy knockover from England, but he's taken Eddie Fisher, one of the best welterweights in the country, bar himself and of course Neil Goff.
Yes, indeed, a lot of people don't realize the high standard we have in Ireland in amateur boxing. Eddie Fisher from the Holy Trinity Club in Belfast, experienced international. Now there's the Olympic champion. Austin Carruth in his corner, as he was in Barcelona when they won the gold medal. Well, it's 3 3-minute rounds. That's the standard. Referee Jackie Poucher, the judges all in place, and it'll be computer scoring, as was the case in the Olympics. And so for round one, a familiar figure of Michael Carruth, the southpaw, dressed as he was in the Olympics.
Well, Fisher in the blue there, Noel, already looking at Michael's body, certainly determined to dig right hands in there and to come back up with the left hook. I know that Eddie's plan is to pressure Michael, put a lot of pressure on, but in a way that's going to suit Michael because he's going to be counter-punching all the time. I also feel that Michael will come back in with his own sharp combinations, and it's going to be very, very awkward for Eddie Fisher to get on target with any big punches here.
And straight away he tries to get close inside, but no, Carruth keeps him away. Carruth now, the confident one. But Fisher has got to give it a run. Fisher apparently full of confidence before this contest. In fact, he was disappointed they didn't meet in the championships. He wanted Carruth in the Irish championships. As you probably know by now, Fisher failed to win the Irish title when he was beaten by Goff. But here we are now in this opening round. An opening round of anxious boxing.
Beaten by Goff on a very, very tight decision, Noel. And Eddie has been doing a lot of sparring with the pros. I know he's been sparring with Damien Denny, who's going to be boxing very, very soon in a professional show. So Eddie is in good shape, and he's going to pressure Michael all the way.
Eddie, let's go.
Strange boxer, Eddie Fisher. Always looks a bit light, but he's a good puncher. That's a good solid left hand from Carruth to the body. But Fisher is a man who never looks like a heavy puncher, but he hits hard, particularly with the left hook. If he can position himself for that left hook, but it's not going to be easy. Carruth, with the long arm, the long right hand, keeping out a bay a lot of the time, fades and counters again with 1-2 good punches for that.
Go, Eddie, go!
It's up to Fisher to do the work here, to come forward. He'll never win it from out far. He's got to come forward and try and upset the rhythm, the pace of the Olympic champion. 1 minute to go now in this opening round.
Carruth nicely balanced there, Noel, boxing very well. Eddie Fisher more set on the ground, looking for the bigger punches. Pressing forward, beautiful left hand straight through the guard of Eddie Fisher, gets right onto Fisher's head there with a beautiful left hand from Carruth.
This is the kind of boxing that Carruth showed us in the Olympic Games. Boxing according to the book, piling up the points, then moving away. Never staying in the one place too long. Fisher depending all the time on landing a big punch. Fisher is a good hitter with the left hook, but he hasn't been able to put it together as yet. He knows he's got to try and land one big punch early on, because he won't outmaneuver him. He gets through with one good, sharp right hand to the face of Michael Carruth. A bit of spoiling, but a holding in close. And coming to the end of this, the first round, and it's still an exciting contest, and certainly Eddie Fisher not overawed. And a good opening round there. And I think Carruth probably feels happy enough. He's back in boxing again, and he looks like the old Michael Carruth.
Three down. Nice and even, okay? Dance, don't mix it. Dance around, you're only messing, all right? Pick the punches, pick them. Force him to move. Force him, don't go there when he's in a sitting position, all right? Force him move out, okay?
You're not going to test him just by starting off like that. I know he's awkward. You're there to throw the punches, you're in distance. You be first to throw the punches, right? Right hand the body, follow through with 2 or 3 punches, follow through. You have the punch.
Nice and relax now, relax. Look for them, come on, start coming alive, okay? Okay?
So it's the second round, and Carruth, I suppose, edging that opening round. He's the sharper of the two. Made his opponent miss with a few punches, but Fisher always dangerous. Fisher will go hunting now in this second round. It's his only chance. Runs into some trouble there. What can Eddie Fisher do?
Well, Michael Carruth is doing now what he told me he would do. He said he's going to surprise Eddie Fisher. He's going to go to him. He's not going to stand off and box him all the time. He certainly is piling a lot of pressure there, and he's beating Eddie Fisher to the punch. He's getting in there before Eddie can unload. There he does it again. Moves in with a right hand and followed by a left hook.
A great tactician of amateur boxing, Michael Carruth. You watch him in the Olympics, he changed the style depending on the opponent, and he's doing it here now, doing the unexpected, putting on pressure when we thought he'd fade and wait for Fisher. But that's Fisher's best one, is to come forward with a big punch. And if Carruth can beat him to the punch, well, it'll stop Fisher from settling down. Fisher's still not really settled down in this second round. A really sinking right hand to the body from Carruth. Fisher tries a right hand. It's off target, beginning to lose his timing of his punches now perhaps in the second round. Tries it again, doesn't land properly, but he still shuffles forward, and he'll still try and pressurize Michael Carruth.
There's no doubt that Michael Carruth is outsmarting, outmaneuvering, outboxing Eddie Fisher at the moment. Eddie's finding it very difficult to get his punches off. There to get on the inside, Michael is able to tie him up and sneaks in his own little shots as he moves away. Playing very cute there all the time. Fast flurry of punches from Carruth. There he just proves that he's not only can he box, but he can fight as well. Comes forward and throws a tremendous burst of punches at Eddie Fisher.
Yes, both hands going there. He sinks in that left hook to the body once again. Always busy. Anytime there's a space there, he'll move in with either hand. A minute left in this second round. And Carruth picks him off again, then moves away. He knows by this stage, I should think, that he's got a lead on points. He must feel, he must surely be ahead at this stage. So he can stay at a comfortable distance now and pick his man off. Picks him off with a good, well-placed left hand to the face. Fisher is still coming forward. Fisher, a brave contestant who'll come all the way right up to the final bell. All he wants to do is to land one big punch and try and turn around this contest, because one punch would be sufficient. But Carruth, as always, a good defensive boxer, ties his man up. Hard man to pin down in one place.
Well, you know, after the lifestyle that Michael has lived over the past 7 months since the Olympics, one would expect him to be tiring at this stage, but it's absolutely the opposite. He is the one that's carrying the fight to Eddie Fisher. Carrying it and throwing, certainly throwing more punches, beating Eddie to the punch every time. Fisher is finding it very, very difficult to get off his punches. There he misses with a right hand way out of distance as the bell goes to end that second round.
Relax, you're going lovely. Stick to the boxing. Now, you're going to start fast. That's nice. You're going to start fast, keep the pressure off yourself. Dancing. Get your right shoulder forward. Pick the punches. You're hitting them easy. I don't know.
You have to pull to the side, catching him with simple jabs.
Nah.
Pull to the side, but when you're throwing your right hooks and left hooks, pull to the side, just edge the side with them.
Goodbye.
course, the crowd urging him on for this third and final round. Third and final round of a great contest so far. Eddie Fisher from the Holy Trinity Club in Belfast, and the crowd really enjoying this thing. Michael Carruth, who certainly said he'd never get into the ring unless he was in the best of condition, unless he was in the same physical condition as he was in Barcelona, and he certainly shows it here tonight. He's as fit as ever he was, and Eddie Fisher, a good, strong opponent, is stretching him all the way, but almost in every aspect of the game, Michael Carruth is that little bit better all the time. But Fisher is not going to give in here. Fisher is still trying for the big punch. It's been a grueling contest for both these boys, and Michael Carruth will know he was in a fight at the end of this.
Fisher pressing forward there, but Michael Carruth is showing that not only again is he able to box, but he can fight, and he's had a really good go at him. Tied up in the ropes here at the moment, just loose out, but he doesn't want to go down with a loss here tonight, and I feel he's nicely ahead on points here. Fisher is finding it very difficult. Carruth picks him off there as he comes forward again. On the inside, Michael ties him up, stops Fisher from punching. Fisher is trying, but Carruth comes back in with his own shots again. Getting a little bit untidy here now at the moment.
Well, we're coming to the tiring stage now. Each one running out of steam, but there's still a fair amount of fight left in them. Carruth picks his spot again. His opponent missed and counters with a good left hand to the face. And this has been a harder battle as he's had in the Olympics. And fair dues to Eddie Fisher. He's made him fight all the way. It has been no pushover. Eddie Fisher, a world-class amateur boxer, Irish champion in the past, and certainly in good condition for this contest. He was anxious. They boxed once before, and Michael Carruth won that time. That was a few years ago. But Fisher is almost in the same class, but not quite. But then there are very few boxers in the class of Olympic gold. And there's why you're an Olympic gold medal winner. Good combination of punches there from Michael Carruth in this final round. Well into the last minute now. And Carruth still in control. Makes his opponent miss. Catches him with a good right hand to the chin. And Fisher now in a bit of bother and trouble in this last round.
It's a super display by Michael Carruth. He's so sharp, so fast. I can tell you he's the fastest pair of hands in the country in boxing. Punches very, very quick when he gets inside. Lets them go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I really feel, Noel, that he's punching harder than he was at the Olympic Games.
Well, he's got the confidence now. It makes an awful difference to a boxer when they win a gold medal. He's boxing really, the confidence oozing from him, the way he's taking control of this contest right from the word go. Of course, he also has the knowledge. He beat Fisher once before. But fair dues to Fisher. He's made it into a good contest. He's made him work all the way through. And I think the crowd have enjoyed this contest right from the first bell to the final bell. And those cheers are as much for Michael Fisher as they are for Michael Carruth.
A wonderful fight, Noel. Beautiful fight. Michael Carruth and Eddie Fisher didn't let the fans down. Stadium is packed here. But a tremendous contest. Just what we expected. And Michael Carruth showed tonight that not only can he box, but he can fight as well. And I feel that he can go on if he feels like going on, but I'm not so sure. But this might well be his last contest. And what a pity, because he has boxed tonight just like an Olympic champion should box.
And the man who made it possible, Eddie Fisher. And Eddie Fisher certainly didn't back off at any stage in that contest. He had a plan to upset Carruth. He tried all the way through, but somehow I don't think he succeeded. And we're going to have the result right now. And there's our Olympic champion with plenty of boxing left in him. What a pity in many ways that this could be his last, because there's an awful lot of boxing left in Michael Carruth.
And the winner of that contest, 19 points to 7, in the red corner.
Yes, confirmation there for Michael Carruth. A smile and a familiar wave to the crowd. This was his ambition as much as winning a gold medal, I think. To box for the Drumna Boxing Club here in the National Stadium to a packed auditorium. And there it is. But let's hope it's not the last time we see him box.
I have a feeling he's saying bye-bye, everybody. He is definitely saying goodbye. I have a feeling that that's it. It's all over. I think we're seeing the last of the Olympic champion, and what a pity, because he gave a beautiful display tonight here. Fabulous display, and the fans absolutely love him. There's his wife Paula now moving up to give him a kiss. What a lovely moment. It's something that none of us thought we were going to see. The mighty Carruth in action here in the stadium again, giving his dad Austin a hug. They've had a fabulous year, a fabulous 12 months, 1992 and now into 1993.